In the news tonight, INEC confirms ABGA won majority state assembly seats in Anambra. As Guba results emerge, APC winning in 10 states, PDP in 7. Violence, gunshots, arrest at Imo Collation Center. Investigators discover Ethiopian airline Boeing 737 MAX 8 black box. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Television News. I am Franklin Onyekachi. Now the news in details. The Independent National Electoral Commission has confirmed that the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, won majority of the seats in Saturday's House of Assembly polls in Anambra State, winning 24 out of the 30 state constituencies. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, won in the remaining 6 constituencies. According to a release from the Office of the Head of Voter Education, INEC State Headquarters, Oka, Mr. Leo Nkedife, PDP secured Anocha 1 in Anambra Central, Obaro 1 and 2, and Onitsha North 1 in Anambra North, as well as Ekusigo and Nnewi South 2 in Anambra South Senatorial Zone. Meanwhile, some of the lawmakers who were re-elected include Honorable Obinna Emenaka of Anambra East, Honorable Lawrence Ezodo of Dunukofia, Honorable Beverly Nkemdiche of Onitsha South 1 constituency, and Honorable Edward Ibuzo of Onitsha North 2 constituency. Some second-time lawmakers also include Honorable Uchenna Okafor of Ayamelum constituency, Honorable Pascal Abodike of Ihiala 2, and Honorable Chuka Ezewune of Idemili South constituency. Dr. Timothy Fediorama of Njikoka 1 and Dr. Pete Ibida of Njikoka 2. A former House of Assembly aspirant for Njikoka 1 constituency, Honorable Chidi Okoye, has congratulated the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, on their victory in last Saturday's state assembly elections. Honorable Okoye also appreciated Ndi Anambra for supporting ABGA's cause, as well as Governor Willie Obiano, his wife, Dr. Mrs. Ebele Chukwu Obiano, the national chairman of ABGA, Chief Victor Oye, all elected House of Assembly members of ABGA extraction for the spectacular outing. He also urged those who left the party to return and join hands to take the state to greater heights. And other forms of electoral malpractices recorded in some states across the Federation. The story in Anambra seems to be different, as some stakeholders describe the process in the state as peaceful. David Opokwasili spoke with some residents and stakeholders in this report.
It is very, very peaceful, credible, and in fact, as a matter of fact, I have to commend the Independent National Electoral Committee for peaceful election. Also, all the security agencies that have done well, I have to commend them.
And people have been voting smoothly since morning. Yeah. Well, remember that that one had how many? About 3 different elective posts involved. This one is just one. This one is just, even the governorship is not happening here. It's just the House of Assembly, and you can imagine some people might just want not want to be interested. So it depends on the level of mobilization. But we've had a reasonable turnout here in this area and in Amoabe in general.
It was peaceful. The only problem we had today is apathy. People couldn't turn out. I don't know what happened. Even at a stage, we hired a boss, tried to sensitize the women, even at the marketplace, to come and cast their vote. But most of them refused. But we thank God that so
far, so good. The confidence we have on INEC people, for now, we hope they don't try it away. We are just optimistic that the things will continue to go smoothly as it is. The few people that wanted to disrupt the process, the police responded promptly and took them away. So every area is calm in police language.
So far, so good. INEC is improving. Everywhere is moving accordingly. Only the reports of packets of violence, thuggery in some areas, some wards and some polling units. We have some talks, we go about shooting guns and beating up people. I've received some phone calls where when they notice that Africa is having an edge, they will send talks to go and cause disruption. So apart from that, the exercise is moving smoothly, and I'm highly confident that at the end of this exercise, victory will be us.
Also, some stakeholders shared their views on the elections, though they insisted there must be a level of improvement on the part of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, going forward. Our correspondent, Daniel Ezigwe, spoke to a range of stakeholders who also aired their views.
This is almost 100%. Wow. Yes, problem of card readers they have been repairing it, so not lost is working now. Improve on the card readers because it has been disrupting. But there's a technician that has been working on it. It's just working on the card reader.
It was very smooth. They came in here on time, and it was very peaceful. A lot of people turned out. Well, not as much as that of the presidential and National Assembly election, but we still had a very good turnout. And our people came out and exercised their civic responsibility. Free, very fair, very credible.
So far, so good. We started this exercise on time, 8 a.m. People are coming out, voters are coming out. So far, so good. Moving on. Leaders, they are working. People are voting. Have voted. There's an improvement, especially on the carry because we came and the time of starting, we started exactly 8 a.m. and we are moving on well.
It was so good, even though early in the morning we had a challenge of the card reader, but it has been rectified. And voting has started, and if you look back, you see the crowd. A lot of people came out today. I mean, it's quite an improvement, especially in the voter turnout. Like the previous one, there was a lot of voter apathy. Wouldn't know, but this is a great improvement. Like I said, the early challenge we had has been overcome, and voting is going on peacefully. If you look around, you see everywhere it's quiet. Those that have not voted are sitting down waiting for their turn, so it's going well. It's calm. The community are not violent. Once they are sensitized very well, they come out in their numbers to vote. So you can see around us, the policeman that is sitting down here is almost like a holiday, and so that is the way we are.
If you check well, the recent data that was released by INEC, youth have 51.8% of the voters, and that means we can decide who rules us. So the youth are ready to vote and also protect their vote, and that is what is actually happening here. That is why you see these young men around here to make sure they vote and their vote is counted.
Results across the 29 states of the Federation where official results have been announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in the gubernatorial elections held on Saturday, March 9, 2019, show that the All Progressives Congress clinched 10 states, while the People's Democratic Party won in 7. The All Progressives Congress, APC's Mahmoud Inuwa won in Gombe. Badaru Abubakar won in Jigawa. Aminu Masari won his second-term bid in Katsina. Abdurrahman Abdulrazak beat the incumbent PDP to win the Guba in Kwara. Babajide Sanwo-Olu emerged in a landslide victory in Lagos. Abdullahi Sule in Nasarawa. Abubakar Bello won in Niger, and Dabo Abiodun won in Ogun. Nasser El-Rufai of Kaduna State also picked the Guba re-election bid. Mukhtar Shehu won in Zamfara State. For the PDP, it was a landslide for Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu, Udom Emmanuel of Akwa Ibom, and David Umahi of Ebonyi State. Dr. Okeze Ikpeazu of Abia State also emerged victorious, while Professor Ben Ayade of Cross River and Senator Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta were returned re-elected. Seyi Makinde conquered the APC ruling state of Oyo. Meanwhile, results of the gubernatorial election was declared inconclusive in Plateau, Bauchi, Sokoto, Adamawa, and Benue states, as the margin of difference between the leading People's Democratic Party and the APC in those states are less than the total number of the voided votes. More results will come to you in a subsequent bulletin. Still to come after the break, violence, gunshots, arrests at Imo Collation Center. Investigators discover Ethiopian airline Boeing 737 MAX 8's black box. Stay with us for details of these and more after the break.
Here is a public service announcement. Anambra State government cancels collection of levies and fees in all markets in Anambra State. This is to inform the public that Anambra State government has cancelled the collection of all forms of levies and fees in markets and streets in Anambra State. The cancellation will be in effect until 1st June 2019. The 3-month cancellation period is to enable government and leadership of the various markets to deliberate and agree on a better and more effective model of collecting fees and levies in the markets. The public is hereby also reminded that the ban on sales of emblem is still in force. Anybody caught violating this cancellation and ban on sales of emblem will be arrested and prosecuted. This is for the attention of market unions and their leadership, traders, security agencies, and the public. Announcer, Mr. C. Don Adenoba, Honorable Commissioner for Information and Public Enlightenment.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Francis Altoana, returning officer for Imo State elections, has ordered the arrest of Kelechi Ehirim, the collation officer of Ohajiagbema local government area, for allegedly altering the results of the local government area. Altoana, who apparently had the results from the field, announced that the figures Ehirim presented were doctored. Immediately, he gave the order. Security operatives moved in and led Ehirim and Christian Obwawu, electoral officer of the local government area, away. The duo were later handcuffed and taken out of the collation center. Altoana, a professor, is the Vice Chancellor Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umundike, Abia State. He had said he was not under pressure to declare any politician winner of the election. During the presidential and National Assembly elections, some returning officers said they were forced to declare some candidates winners. Still in Imo, indiscriminate gunshots rent the air around the INEC office in Owerri, Imo State during the collation of results. The gunshots, which were coming from outside the office complex, heightened tension and anxiety at the collation center. Policemen on duty within the premises were seen moving around uneasily as the gunfire continued for some minutes. It could not be immediately confirmed if the shots were fired by security operatives outside the building or hoodlums. When asked about the incident, a policeman simply said, "Don't worry, everything is under control." Meanwhile, anxious political party supporters camped around the Electoral Commission's office, waiting for the declaration of the winner of the governorship elections as at the time of the reports. They were singing, shouting, and engaging in all kinds of displays as they took over the road leading to the INEC office, where the announcement of the results was ongoing. And on business news, oil prices rose today, lifted by comments from Saudi Oil Minister Khalid Al-Fali that an end to OPEC-led supply cuts was unlikely before June, and a report showing a fall-off of U.S. drilling activity. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude oil futures were at $56.39 per barrel at 0323 GMT, up by 32 cents. or 0.6% from their last close. Brent crude futures were at $65.04 per barrel, or by 30 cents or 0.5%. Despite the gains, markets were somewhat held back after U.S. employment data raised concerns that an economic slowdown in Asia and Europe was spilling into the United States, where growth has so far still been healthy. And on the foreign scene, the flight recorders from Ethiopian Airlines plane that crashed on Sunday have been recovered by investigators, the airline says. The devices recovered from the crash site are the cockpit voice recorder and the digital flight data recorder. The Boeing 737 MAX 8 en route Addis Ababa to the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, crashed 6 minutes after takeoff, killing all 157 people on board. Experts have warned it is too early to say what caused the disaster. The 4-month-old aircraft came down near the town of Bishoftu, 60 kilometers southeast of the capital at 0844 local time. There were more than 13 nationalities on board the flight, including Kenyans, Canadians, and Britons. And on sports, as Arsenal played out the final stages of a hugely significant 2-0 victory over Manchester United to propel themselves back into the Premier League top 4, cries of Tottenham Hotspur, "We are coming for you," rang out around the Emirates. A 10-point gap between the North London rivals has been whittled down to 1 in the space of 4 games, courtesy of defeats for Spurs against Burnley, Chelsea, and Southampton. With 8 games of the campaign to go, the flight for automatic Champions League qualification next season looks set to go down the wire, with Spurs, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Chelsea in desperate need of the revenue and prestige that brings for their own reasons. Only 4 points separate Tottenham in 3rd and Chelsea in 6th, but the Blues also have a game in hand at home to Brighton, where victory would allow them to move level on point with Arsenal in 4th. A first domestic defeat for caretaker manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer yesterday has interrupted United momentum, but they remain the form side of the chasing pack since the Norwegian took charge in mid-December, cutting the gap to the top 4 from 11 points down to 2. And that's the size of our news package tonight. But remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging onto our website at www.absradiotv.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/absradiotelevision. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at absradiotv. And just before we go, another look at the top stories. INEC has confirmed APGA won majority state assembly seats in Anambra. As Guba results emerge, APC is winning in 10 states, PDP in 7. Violence, gunshots, arrests reported at Imo Collation Center. Investigators have discovered Ethiopian airline Boeing 737 MAX 8 black box. And that's the news. Thanks for watching. I am Franklin Onyekachi. Do have a pleasant night rest.